What if I told you that simply by watching this video, you've significantly altered the state of the universe? While this might seem like an outlandish claim, it could hold some truth if we dare to dip our toes into the mystifying waters of quantum mechanics. Before we deep dive, let me preface that the boundaries of these quantum laws and our everyday life remain elusive and profoundly debated among scientists. Nevertheless, let's start from the beginning, with a paradoxical feline encapsulated in a box, simultaneously alive and dead until observed. This is Schrödinger's cat. Existing in a quantum state called superposition, the cat demonstrates how particles can seemingly be in two states at once, until observed. In the quantum world, it would seem that observation is at the heart of reality. So, if quantum mechanics governs the small, could it also affect the macroscopic world we live in daily? The Copenhagen interpretation, a prevailing interpretation of quantum mechanics, would answer a resounding no. Others, however, like the many worlds theory, have a more provocative stance, postulating the birth of branching realities with each quantum measurement. In this theory, you're not only watching this video but also not watching it, each occurring in diverged realities. But what about the gray areas, where the quantum meets macro? Here, we encounter quantum decoherence. This phenomenon describes how a quantum system decoheres into classical states we can observe due to its interaction with the environment. Now think of the continuous interactions and observations happening each second. It's easy to see why our reality doesn't seem so fuzzy. Yet while the borderline between the quantum and classical worlds seems well defined, some scientists argue that it might not be so clear-cut. Could phenomena we take for granted, such as the feeling of being in the moment, be the product of quantum effects at work? Experiments with quantum machines are beginning to probe this question, such as by investigating if large molecules can exist in two places at the same time. Even in our brains, some researchers suggest that quantum vibrations inside brains' microtubules could constitute consciousness. Yet these theories remain at the fringe, their bold implications demanding intensive validation. Ultimately, whether our everyday world is a quantum superposition might rest less on scientific evidence and more on how we choose to interpret quantum mechanics. But regardless, these wild concepts force us to confront the remarkably nebulous nature of reality itself. Do particles independently choose to collapse into one observable state, or is this an illusion stemmed from our observation? Is the act of choosing your breakfast a creation of multiple realities where every possible choice exists? Do we ourselves exist in superpositions, forever collapsing into observable states through our interactions with others? Or perhaps the reality we perceive is not a collapse of possibilities, but a reflection of the limitations of our perspective. This duality between observer and observed, between subjective and objective realities, lies at the heart of many philosophical debates in quantum mechanics. Essentially, the uncertainty in quantum mechanics challenges us to reconsider our understanding and perception of reality. Whether you adopt an orthodox view or entertain wilder speculations, delving into quantum mechanics pushes the boundaries of our understanding. It's a reminder that reality might be much stranger than we could ever conceivably imagine. And as we continue exploring these fascinating concepts, each step brings us closer to unraveling the truth behind our existence. So, are we living in a quantum superposition? The answer is as complex and uncertain as the quantum realm itself. What we do know, however, is that the pursuit of uncovering these quantum mysteries incites a journey of philosophical introspection and scientific exploration. As we start to peer beneath the thin layer separating the quantum reality from our perceived everyday life, we find ourselves treading on fascinatingly surreal territory. One thing is for sure. Just as watching this video has now inextricably altered the state of your universe, so too will our ongoing quest to understand quantum mechanics invariably unravel new, astonishing realities. Whether we exist in superpositions or not, it is undeniable that the strange world of quantum mechanics continues to enrich our perspective about the way we perceive everyday life. Despite the doubts and controversies, the journey into the quantum realm leaves us not only in sheer wonderment, but also with profound lessons about the complexities and mysteries at play in our universe. For now, let's leave you with this thought. Next time you find yourself in a state of indecision, just remember, you might well be experiencing your very own moment of quantum superposition.